2.
Game.
I know. You see, somehow
No.
the world will change for me.
Are you
Sorry.
No.
I can hear myself. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're gonna get us copyright striked in the first
I was
3
about to
seconds
say
of stream.
that was
That won't do anything for them. We don't make any money.
I mean, we
But we
don't make any
could.
money, but we're gonna not make any
Well,
content either with that.
Hey guys, I'll pay
It
you.
will only be
I'll
for
pay you
this-
guys $3 each per session. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of money.
Wow, $3 whole dollars. I can buy a chimichanga. No, wait. I'm sorry. A churro.
Oh boy, a churro. All right, we're back at it. Welcome to game.
Not
Welcome
to
drawback.
This is our game.
Not a
God damn it! Will we ever have a good intro?
No.
no.
That's a
I will
genuine
personally be
question.
here.
That's our
Okay,
complete.
to be fair, if someone
Why do
gets
you
through our
think
intro
I'm
and
here?
stays, then they're gonna have a fun
the
time.
thing is,
'cause
I feel
it's just
like
gonna be like
people-
this continually.
People
the
don't
thing
get the
is-
warning because they always jump in like halfway through. Nobody actually is in the intro, and then it's consistently the whole thing. So they miss the
But if
intro.
they're
So they
watching
miss like
playbacks-
the warning signs.
Well, we're gonna be like this
True.
the entire way through, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Why don't you just put a warning at the bottom saying we are chaos? Don't expect anything.
Just like a disclaimer right under my name.
we are little gremlins.
Disclaimer: Gremlins.
Yeah.
Speaking of gremlins, segue. Let's meet our gremlins. Yeah,
Legends of Aqquar does not
My
put
big
ourselves
little
in
gremlins.
accountability.
gremlins.
Right then. Gremlins.
Names,
All right.
please.
Getting to the actual
Hi.
topic at hand.
I'm Ace. I play
I-
Miss Cressiday. That's
Yeah.
definitely not her accent. What the fuck happened to it?
It was like a southern drawl,
Oh,
kind
speaking of accents, what the
Yeah.
fuck is mine? Did I have an accent?
Miss
Ben was
You
Cressiday.
were
vaguely
kind of
British.
just tired.
Nice to meet you, honey.
Yeah, Ben was vaguely British.
Vaguely British, okay.
Okay.
How you doing? Cold. I play Alistar. I like to fiddle with chemicals.
I mean, like,
Drugs.
Don't
yeah.
go doxing yourself now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, every intro I'm gonna like to fiddle with different things. Don't worry.
Alex.
Alright.
Different
Vine
aspects
boom,
of drugs.
Vine boom sound effect.
Well, I put the meth in methamphetamine, so.
And the next person is.
I'm Ix. I play Gregor.
You are suddenly
Whoa.
so quiet for me. Hold on. I gotta get
Whoa.
the volume.
And then there's me. I play I play Eliel. I'm.
Were you about to say your
Warlock
regular
or-
name? I play.
Yes. I'm a little tired right now. She talks like this. Ghosts? Question mark.
I don't think there's a question mark to it. I think it's just ghost. Like, that's the end of the clause, you know.
Ghosts. Period.
And Senor.
Okay, I'm just gonna question Discord for a second. Why were you having like a sparkle around the open soundboard button? Do you want chaos?
No, I didn't touch the soundboard. Nobody touched the soundboard. God damn it.
No, the soundboard is glistening on its own.
Okay, unless
Yes,
the
that's what I
soundboard
was
get-
saying. It's like
It's flashing and
sparkle.
I hate this
pulsating on
word
its
so
own.
much.
unless the soundboard
Yes.
actually gets any good sounds, I'm not gonna touch it.
Let's see.
You can
Let's
upload
see.
your
Are
own
there
now.
any
No.
new? Are there
Oh
any
wait, I have
new
access.
sounds?
I have access to other servers.
I do
uh,
too.
Discord.
We're so
I'm not-
close.
I'm not gonna play these because I don't.
so-
I'm not gonna play these because
so
I don't know what
close.
they sound like.
This
Oh
close.
wait, I can preview them.
We're like
We have
30
the
seconds
two
away
YouTube
from
gamer
like, a complete
boys.
intro.
Pants.
Oh. You know what?
Next,
you know what would have been
up-
interesting on the soundboard? All of our quotes that you can just not take out of context properly.
You know what we should
Oh,
put on the
this
sounds
soundboard?
good. Fuck
We
you.
all gotta take turns and re-record the sound. Me and
You know what we
dub
should
over
put
our
on the
quotes.
soundboard? Proper intros for each of us.
Honestly, if
No.
we soundboard an intro and then we can mute ourselves and talk chaos behind it, and then jump right back in mid-conversation, beautiful.
I mean, that's the smart thing to do.
No, we gotta get like one of those animated intros where it's like the full graphics spreading around with our names, and then we
I
don't
want to learn
have
how
to
to
do
animate.
anything.
I think we know how
Anyhow.
to animate.
I'm Minty. I play Ben. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit.
Fuck my dice.
I forgot we were still in the middle of introductions.
You get there, buddy?
I just got water all over my pants.
How?
At least it's your pants and not your computer. It could have been worse.
Yeah, that's kind of just minty right there.
Okay. And then there's Zins. He's our happy, in quotation marks, DM.
Yep, I'm
So happy
running
to
the
DM
shit
for
show.
us.
So,
You are the official cat wrangler. Congratulations.
It's not even a
unfortunately,
good shit show.
Luna is away, so we will not have a Eunice today. We will get right into it and recap our last couple sessions, since it has been away. And by couple sessions, I mean the only 2 sessions. So,
There
where
wasn't a
we
third
left
there
off,
in there somewhere.
our party has been contacted and agreed to a deal with one Captain Ranos about paying back the debt and taking over a payment that was supposed to be made from Mr. Vincent Cross. Meeting with Vincent's nephew, Jonas, we found out the apartment was included in the will as we searched Mr. Cross's apartment, finding many different things. Gregor still has that notebook with a list of ingredients. That pocketbook. We found a bird cut out in a business card, which is known to be part of a shadier calling card.
Murder, yeah.
Days
A
later,
murder of
the
crows.
party split up to investigate both Alistair's business, Aisling, and the grave
Let's
site.
split up.
After exhuming the corpse of Mr. Vincent Cross,
He
it was
wasn't dead.
revealed
We don't know where he went.
it is revealed it was a body double, with very little known about this other person. As well as...
Sorry, my sister's cat demanded attention.
Nice. Gotta love the cats. Shout out to
Kitty.
cats.
Yeah.
Shout out to cats.
Well, the other
movie?
half of the party... No, not the movie. Maybe the Broadway if we're feeling generous.
No, I'm not.
The other half of our party has now known that there is some heat on the trail of Aisling's corporation, as a whole squad of bluecoats were swarming the area while they investigated. So, with that done, we come to Savar the 35th, with 4 days left to pay Captain Ranos. We will not be opening with any downtime actions this session,
Oh my god.
purely because it's a lot of mechanics
We-
we will have to get used to, and I do not want to
And we
immediately
haven't
bog that down
actually
after just
had
coming
any
back.
downtime.
Yep. It
Probably
is
a bad-
1 day.
Bad idea to keep having.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
pretty much 12 hours after the events of last session. So, where we start off is the kind of impromptu home base
Campsite.
of our party. In
Miss Cressida's apartment.
Cressida's apartment complex.
Sorry, I am very distracted by a cat at the moment.
That is fine.
So
So
was the kitty.
as we kind of zoom into this apartment complex, we do not zoom in on any of our characters as of yet.
I'm good.
Instead, we zoom in the wee hours of the night. This is 3-4 o'clock in the morning. As a cloaked figure, kind of wearing a massive trench coat with a hood, walks up to the apartment complex, leaves a letter kind of tucked under the door, doesn't fully push it under, but just leaves it on the threshold. This letter having a not seal but not address either, just having one letter S on it, as they leave it and walk away. going to
I
our
wish these
characters
peop-
now, it is pretty early morning. Not too long after this mysterious figure has visited the complex. Let's call it. How early do you think our characters wake up in the morning? Genuine question.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Cressida's not up
on
before
Probably
9.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. on the exact dot, like the millisecond that it switches over from 5:59 to 6. He is just
Well, if you want to see a cat,
There is a cat.
Got a
He's-
kitty.
My
Yeah.
alarm is set for 5, but I snooze it for an hour and wake up at 6.
Nice.
Yep.
Honestly, that is me.
Mood.
Yeah, Ben kind of perfectly lines up his trance so that it's the exact 4 hours.
And I actually sleep.
Lyle genuinely sleeps, yes. So, in this morning,
so cat wants to play.
visibly.
Orange cat
Let her-
energy.
Let her roll the dice.
No.
like he's got this.
No,
whole,
he said no. No to dice.
Oh,
Like he's got this whole nighttime routine where he pre-combs his hair and washes himself and does all his stuff, and then he just trances himself in a perfectly still position to be ready to go the minute
standing
that he
up like
wakes.
a horse. So, what is our party doing currently in the morning?
I'm waking up.
Yes, wake up. Done.
Mm-hmm. Kind of all.
Well, if you want a
Cressida
full
is just like taking
description-
care of some early morning paperwork. Calling a plumber for a second floor apartment. The works.
Yep. You get the
Ben-
contact of one Mario. He's actually pretty good in the area. You know, he's
Middle name
reliable,
Duckman.
but you're pretty sure it's a fake name.
Oh yeah, but in this part of town,
That's normal.
as long as
it's
he has the
fine.
skill to back it up.
So,
Hey, Ben. As you sort of getting ready in the morning, you just hear the kettle start boiling.
Oh, good. He doesn't have to go through half the effort. He was gonna make himself some toast and jam for breakfast.
you guys are in
Yeah.
the same room, correct?
No. At that point, she would still be in bed.
But I'm saying, like, you guys are in the same apartment for the time
Yes.
being.
Yes.
All right. So at this point, Cressida, you get a knock on your door. As you just hear.
Hello. Who is it?
And Jonas walks in. Oh,
Jonas.
so I wasn't sure what
How
to do
pleasant
with
to see
it.
you this morning.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. I didn't know what to do with it. Wasn't sure the area of the town. I'm like, oh, should I check it for bombs? That whole thing. But unmarked letter, just at our door. So like,
Well, here's what you do. You take it, put it in front of a light, see through the paper to see anything that might be in there ahead of time before you open it.
just paper.
Okay. Then you should be good.
Okay. Do
'Cause-
you want it? Should I open it?
Whose name was it?
There's no name. It's just kind of here. There's an S on it.
It'd probably be safe if we opened it together.
Okay. You see.
Take my letter opener.
Yeah, you pull out a monogrammed letter opener with a big C on the hilt.
Took it from my family.
So late.
You slice open the
Oh, what a
letter.
jam.
And it is less a letter and more of an invitation. As you are invited to a support tower. You know that support towers are the underbelly of Bridgeton, as it is the literal support pillars that keep the bridge up, that are often used as gathering places for the more seedy areas. As you see a letter describing, I'll just read it verbatim. I see that Aisling has some heat. You also are not doing so hot. I have answers for a price. Meet
Expected.
at 9 a.m. or not 9 p.m. Sorry. Support pillar 8. Do not
Eighth
bring
one.
goods. Deals will be discussed there. With the signature being SL.
Would I have any idea what that means?
Yeah, try and make a check. What would you roll for this?
Suckers and losers.
SL Stein.
Ah!
That wasn't that good of a joke. So yeah,
Shit lickers.
tell me what
I feel like
skill
this
are
would
you
be a
using?
study.
A study?
Considering it's the way I'm studying a document or item.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yay.
Okay, that is a 4.
All right. SL definitely is initials. You know that for sure. You're
It's
not
suckers and losers.
you're not exactly sure what the L is. You know the S that was also on the front of the envelope. Is referencing, you're pretty sure, someone who goes by the name Salvatore.
Ali?
A lot of people call him just Sal.
Better call Sal.
Hey, it's Creepy Dave.
Yeah, and this character is not known to be above board in any way, shape, or form, but
No.
they are a person to go if you need something, like a physical object.
Mm.
Nice.
So, while this
So it
is
just said,
all-
like, don't bring any goods.
don't bring any goods.
But did it say anything about bring people?
It does not mention people at all. It doesn't even mention who this is addressed to. It is to the building, so it doesn't explicitly mention anyone in the party.
But it did mention, like, the one corporation we're looking into.
Yes, it mentioned Vincent Cross's organization.
Mm-hmm.
So moving aside,
Moving
Cold.
right along.
Alistar at this point, you live outside the complex of Cressida, so
Correct.
you would live in the heart, correct?
Believes so.
Like the downtown
Be
district.
verified.
He sells
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either the heart or the killing floor, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. So, living in the heart area, you are bringing, or you're not bringing, you're just going to meet the party as you still have this ongoing investigation going on. And something that you notice is just a kind of like newsy, as you see this kind of very stereotypical, like, little corduroy hat, overalls that look like they've been, like, so grimed up they're almost pure black, kind of like faded yellow shirt, as he's just absolutely screaming today's headline. Like, you hear a, like, pierce through the crowd of just this, like, maybe 8-year-old emptying his lungs. And you see he catches your eye and, like, death locks you just in a stare and, like, just beelines it towards you.
Well, the whole time he's staring at me, I will be staring back at him. We're gonna see who blinks first. Okay, and did he ever, while he was screaming, what was the headline he was saying?
The headline he was saying today was city council funding meeting many programs cut. He's talking explicitly. You'll find that out if you get a paper. As he directly walks up to you. Morning, mister. Paper?
How much, kid?
You see, he like leans back on his ankles, like his heels. You look like a proper fella. Let's call it 3 crows, eh? You would have 3 crows. So I don't have a direct inventory system for money for you guys yet, but we'll get one. 3 crows is the like dollar equivalent of like $2.
We have like little check mark for coins. So I
We
was
do.
curious.
That is a
coin.
different system of money that I will work
That's
on later.
different.
That's next week's problem.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that coin, that is for very large amounts. So that is massive units of coins. So I'll use that for essentially massive bills. Stuff like
Rob.
getting a score. Like if you're gonna rob someone, you get that rather than just coins.
Got you. Okay. All right. I'll give him his 3, and while I'm here, I'm gonna ask him: has he heard anything weird while he's been on the street?
He just kind of leans in. What kind of weird?
Oh, I saw a dog eating another dog.
That's why I said heard. I didn't say see. Just anything out of the ordinary, kid.
Out of the order? You know where we are, right?
Exactly.
Heard a
So
cat
anything
fly off.
out of the ordinary would be something crazy.
Huh. If we're talking crazy. I heard.
I was
what
crazy
was it?
once.
Are we talking like 24 hours?
Opening our
Are we
room.
talking like last week? What are we talking?
Let's say 24 hours.
24 hours. Oh, I heard bluecoats. Bluecoats everywhere. It was wild. There was some by the docks. There was some there's some by, where was it? It was the killing floor. There's some right here in the heart. It was like all 3 at once, and they're like going different places, maybe for the same reason. I don't know. I heard from my friend Jimmy. He was saying how this was a completely separate thing though. Jimmy's somewhere else. Both mentally and physically. Don't worry about it, he's fine. No, but Jimmy's saying how he heard from another guy. So Jimmy heard from Molly about this one guy who heard about a murder. Huh?
Ooh.
Does that count out of the ordinary?
It definitely does.
1 crow out of the ordinary?
2 crow out of the ordinary,
Ooh.
actually. Keep your ears open for me. If you hear anything else, I'll be back.
All right. And you see he kind of like straightens up a bit, kind of tucks it in his front pocket of his overall. Thank you.
It turns out to just be this person that we're doing the murder investigation on.
Yeah, as he passes you a newspaper. It is the Maine Times. Maine spelled M-A-N-E, like a pun on Lionsbrooke.
Ha 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 ha.
I will put the paper in my pocket
Dude,
for
you
now,
guys
and
have
I will
changed
read it
your name.
later.
All right. So, with the information we have now, is there anything we want to look into currently from either last session or the first session? So this will include any reinvestigations of evidence we already have.
What's the going price of liquor?
Go and price the liquor, depending on the liquor. If you want, like, robbing alcohol, like, kind of vibe, it's a different thing from, like, actual liquor. You can get some moonshine pretty easily, but it will kill you.
I can make you some moonshine. You don't gotta worry about that.
You
IRL, I know
underestimate
friends who
me.
make moonshine.
I'm part dwarf. I can take it.
So,
No one?
any investigations going once?
Sure. Sorry, I was reading my evening report.
Investigation?
Sure. I don't know what I'm investigating, but I'm gonna do it.
So
Where's my
No.
thing?
is there any prior evidence we got from other sessions that we want to look at again?
Oh, I see.
Mm,
Was there a recent fire in any printing presses?
No, that was non-canon.
Damn.
If you want, also, we can do cross-referencing, as now that it is a new day, libraries are open.
Yay, I'm gonna go to the library.
City Hall is also open, as
Fuck them.
all the
They can
council
eat my
meetings
shorts.
are open to the public.
Can I go? The brain is not working. The picture of the bird. Sorry.
Yes. So it's a.
Is that in the book?
No. So it's a separate thing.
Okay.
The bird
Gotcha.
cutout we have, it is like a.
We found it in a card in a secret place.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
It was kind of hidden, but not like super. It was like in a stack of books, in a stack of papers rather. It is kind of like a rectangular business card of like cardstock, with almost like a hole punched bird into it that is so small it's only visible with a light stream. So if you shine light on the card, you
right,
get a
that's
shape
right.
of a bird on the
That's
other
right.
side.
Yeah,
There we go.
like a reverse shadow puppet.
Exactly.
Mm.
And then the pocket
Okay.
book was something else that Gregor found in the couch cushions
In
of the
the
apartment.
couch.
That's right.
So, what is the
I
one
have it written
company
down.
that we're looking for?
Yeah, what was the name of that one
Monitor
company that
White.
we backed off of?
So that is Aisling. Wait, the one that Vincent
The one that we
has, or the other one?
No, the one that we investigated but backed off because there were blue coats.
So that was Vincent's company. So that was the Aisling Exploration Commission.
Okay. Then I might go to the courthouse to look up court records for anything that might be turning to why there was so much blue coats there.
I was
Or-
actually gonna ask about something similar. Would it be possible to like look into like family records and like a history of the Aisling Corporation and like what it might have been before, any properties or stuff that it might have bought up in the last 100 or so years? See if I can find a lead in into anything.
Absolutely.
I'm
you
gonna
could try
start
and find that
working my
information.
route.
Sorry?
You could
Sorry, what
absolutely
was that,
try
Zane?
and find that information. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna start working my route.
All
we're
right.
doing information gathering. Can I go?
Bridgeton gets a lot of information.
Can I go to some underground contacts and see if anyone has heard of a practicing murderer of recent activity?
Called an assassin, I think.
What are
Just
we
call him a
defining
hitman.
as underground contacts?
Very loose underground contacts.
Someone I wouldn't like.
Mhm.
Let's see.
So would you go
Who
into
I
like a gang meetup, or would you try and find with just one of your buddies that also is in the same business as you?
Actually, I might have one associate.
Mhm.
Alright, so, I have a friend, according to the character
yes.
sheet, that I call, that is known as Cricket. He
Mhm.
is a enthusiast of my product.
Mhm.
I don't know if I ever gave him a backstory besides he's a psychonaut, I guess.
We can figure it out, man.
Yeah. But I would want somebody like that that gives
That
me
runs through the same
information
circles.
as payment, and as payment, I give him some
You have a source. Yes.
Illicit substances.
brain enhancers. Yeah.
Yes.
Illicit substances.
All right. So we have Cressida going to a courthouse. We have Ben going to a courthouse for a different reason. We have Alistar going to talk to a junkie. We have Lyle trying to do their vigilante thing, because they do that, and everyone just kind of brushes over that. Gregor,
so
do we
basically,
have
what we're
anything going
saying.
on?
So I can't remember what came of what's in the notebook. So I was gonna go.
I can absolutely remind you of that if you want.
Please.
So basically,
I'm also
what we
sorry. Just gonna say sorry. I am pale. I'm trying to turn on dark mode for my Google Docs to take notes.
I was about
But
to say,
I'm
yeah,
not
that is
being able to
very
find it.
bright.
So it's fine. It
Wow.
highlights my cheekbones.
Your makeup looks great today, honey.
Thanks, darling.
This is what we lost when you were saying you would have done all femme fatales.
You know, I will say I noticed something just a moment ago. So basically, we got two people going to something that's very obviously dark side of the law, and two people going to
The
place
courthouse.
That's the courthouse.
Correct.
I
Yes.
Well,
feel
See, I'm making up for it because tonight I'm going to the extra dark side of the law.
and I'm here too.
Yeah, tonight Ben's
Hey,
become a murderer.
The group is keeping it balanced, okay?
Mhm.
That's all that matters.
We
love
got two
that,
negatives,
folks.
2 positives, and a neutral party.
So, yeah, Gregor, that pocketbook was essentially a shopping list. It includes a ton of steel, copper wire, and flammable substance. This flammable
He's making a
substance
train.
isn't necessarily like a gasoline or an oil. It is more, how do I
Napalm?
say, chemically reactive.
Napalm.
So sorry, it was a bunch of ton of
So
steel.
steel, copper wire, and a flammable chemical, to be exact. You
Sure,
do not
my-
recognize the name of the chemical.
Copper wire and flammable can.
Something that burns.
What's the name of the chemical? Like
So let me quickly
what's it say?
make
I just don't know what it is.
So the chemical you have currently,
Chemical name generator.
no,
Yeah.
it's called my brain. Okay.
Okay.
No.
That's a weird word.
No, shut up. Don't write that down. I heard the clack.
I deleted it. I deleted it. It's fine. It was the joke. It was all for the bit. I swear.
No. This chemical
Joranna, I
is.
swear.
This chemical goes by, very commonly, it's called spark powder, which is very similar to gunpowder. It doesn't use the actual scientific name, but it has a
Gotcha.
bunch of vowels, and I will get to you later about what that actually is.
Okay.
Fucking, he's making a goddamn cannon, isn't he?
I mean,
like-
who doesn't
So-
want a cannon?
Then
Electric.
I'm gonna run to the library and then see if I can't find out.
What all these can be used for?
Well, just specifically spark powder and what it is, because it might have a common name, but it's not used
Mhm.
commonly. So
Yeah. So in
that's
that
my
case,
thing. I'm also saying that it's a off day for work.
Yes.
Because that's what I'm saying.
That's
Can I
fine.
just do that?
Didn't in
for a minute?
campaign 1 those twins make a tank?
They did
Yeah.
do that.
Yes.
Yes. That is a thing that did
Yes.
happen.
Wasn't that like magic though?
So
Yeah,
that
but,
was
like-
magic. I would like to remind you guys, in Lionsbrooke, this is the,
Magic ain't really a thing.
It ain't really a thing, but the dawn of automatic weaponry is a thing. So gunpowder is regularly used, and bluecoats often will carry around like a 6-shooter or a full like lever rifle.
Hey,
So
fuck the cops.
Ben has a gun. He has no idea what it is and how to use it at all.
It's just
He just
an
picked it
empty
up.
gun.
Yeah.
It is used as a bludgeoning tool as of now, but
Yes.
Oh, that's a funny looking baton.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative to see who gets their thing first. I'm just gonna
How
use a
do we
D20.
do
We're
that?
using just everyone. We're playing rollies.
Rollies! Rolly, rolly, rolly. We're so
Right, I
clever.
forgot. So
Any
Holy,
modifiers?
holy, holy.
15.
Ah! Why am I?
alright, that's a 19.
12.
That's a
You good?
D12.
Uh-oh. We both
That's
got
more
12.
D12.
How do I roll in chat? I forgot.
You could also use
That's
physical
in
dice
the
rolls
roll
too.
20,
Or
yeah.
That's
I don't
allowed.
have dice on me.
/GR and then the dice size, D the dice.
Or just /R.
R D 20.
One, two.
Don't forget the space
Yeah.
between R and D.
Nice.
Yeah, 8. Let's go.
So we got a 19
I'm
from
not
Alistair.
smart.
We got an 8 from Gregor.
I haven't
Mm.
rolled yet.
19 from Alistar.
Mhm.
That's a 10.
I got an 18.
12 from Ben.
Ooh, doggy, I got a 10.
Oh. I just.
So, we're gonna go to Alistar first then. Over with your contact, Cricket. So, on an average day, where would Alistar find Cricket? Can you set the scene of the general area we find ourselves in?
The nearest alleyway.
Not the nearest alleyway.
He's selected.
There are several alleyways that he would go to, several alleyways that he would avoid with his entire soul. Because, you know, those alleyways are the ones with the worst crackheads in it. Okay, so, I will find him in one of the alleyways for sure. It is normally behind a liquor store, because if he's not on one vice, he's on a different vice. And
Listen up, Vice.
Do not
I
mix them at the
will-
same time, though.
No.
Medical advice right there.
Don't take
See,
your drugs with
that's
your
the streets he
drugs.
avoids.
All right. Well, and I will, from a slight distance, yo, Cricket. I got some questions for you. I need to know if you've heard anything.
You hear some clashing behind a trash can as a like very thin, like long red hair, pretty much like almost to his like where his rib cage stops, like scraggly hair. He kind of like jumps up at attention. Kind of questions. What are we talking here? And he walks up to you, does not greet you or acknowledge you as a person in this scenario, and
I don't
purely
either.
just
Don't worry.
approaches.
All right. So, there are two things I'm interested in information about. If you heard, number one, have you heard about the incident that happened recently with all the blue coats and a potential dead body?
You gotta be a bit more specific. Come on. You know what I see. It's...
The sheer amount of blue coats would tell you which event I'm talking about, Cricket.
No, maybe. I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Well, keep your ears open. I'll be back soon to get to
You had a
see
part
if
two
we
to your
can't
question.
find more information about that. Yes. I'm talking about that specific question.
Yes.
Number two. Um, have you heard about anyone needing a body double?
Needing a body double? No. I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of people wanting a body double. You actually no, you wouldn't be surprised the amount of people wanting to fake their deaths in the city. A couple people wanting a just regular body too. You know, there's some of those academy weirdos from the university. You know, they want
None of those. No.
No,
This
different
is
thing.
a person that recently faked their death.
Um,
What is the most recent that we could have found?
um, faked their death.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
No. If you've got nothing for me now, I can always come back. But until you give me some information that I like, I got nothing for you either.
I'm gonna ask you to make a check. You can tell me what that check is.
I'm pretty sure
But
the only
roll
thing that
something.
works here is a
Mhm.
sway. All right.
I would say sway.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm pretty
also
sure it's a sway.
I'll also
This is a
accept.
threat, right?
Yeah, sway I would accept. I would also accept. I forget the actual word offhand, but the equivalent of intimidation would also apply.
Oh, command. So it's
Mm-hmm.
sway or a command. Yeah, I'll do a command, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because it's not so much persuasion as a.
As a
All
here,
right.
this is
Well,
how it's gonna be, my
as
guy.
as it's happening. Yep. All right. So what position are we at? Controlled,
Um,
risky.
I would say controlled. You have something he wants,
All right. All right.
and lessened effect. As much
So
as you know he
limited.
gets around, being
He
present
doesn't
and
know
then being
everything.
perceptive are different things.
Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna put some stress on this. So
Yeah,
I think
you're gonna
it's
get some
two
extra
stress
die.
for one bonus, right?
Correct.
All right. So here
He's pushing
we
himself.
go. Let's see what happened here. That's a 3. All right.
All right. So that is a very partial success. Um, as you make that threat, of if you don't have answers I like, you're not gonna get something you like. Um, you see, he kind of straightens up. Um, this is a man who is like maybe a foot wide, probably less. Um, not imposing in any meaning of the word, and he just kind of like not necessarily puffs out his chest, but literally like sticks out where you could like see the jutting of his ribs, trying to make himself bigger. Um, look, I'm gonna be real honest with you. You're not the only person I could get stuff from. I don't appreciate being pushed around too often. I understand, yes. We have a working agreement, but um, I don't like being strong armed here. So I'll tell you this. Body doubles, no clue. I don't know anything about that. Faking death, don't know anything about that. Information semi-related I can give you. Is that somebody is looking for, what is it, a forger, like not covering up bodies, physical evidence, but you know, they're someone wants to wipe a
Documentation.
paper trail clean.
Okay. Tell me what you got.
That's almost all I have. There was a call out on the usual networks. They were saying, hey, there's a thing needed. There's this job opportunity. They don't pay too much. No actual name attached to it. They were saying how it's important and it's less monetary goods and favors they were working off of. I, I don't know anything about that. I'm not a forger. Um, um, yeah, it was talking about all this stuff that they needed done. Not specifics, mind you. Just someone that could forge. Not quite council member, but I think it was a notary of Lionsbrooke. They wanted something legally gone, but also not legally. They're trying to
Hmm.
erase a lot.
They needed to alter some documentation.
Yes,
Got you.
nullified.
All right. Well, see, that's information I can get use out of. Thank you for that. I'll give him a single dosage of Horizon.
Uh,
Uh,
he kind of palms it in his hand. Personally, I think that information's worth 2. 3,
well,
even if I were to be so bold.
well, if you hear anything about the the blue incident, I will come back and give you your second.
You see, he kind of fidgets with his finger, and just kind of eyes you up. Question. This is a also character moment for Alistar. Do they carry a weapon on them?
Usually, yes.
Is it visible at all, or is it stuffed under a coat kind of deal?
It is usually stuffed under the coat, yes.
All right. You notice as they're eyeing you up, their eyes go to your weapon immediately. And they just kind of like, you see the gears are turning as if they're trying to like put together what it is and how large it is and how fast you can get it and how fast they can get it. And you recognize this.
Florida.
And I will just tell them, it's not worth it. Trust me. I can get to it faster than you can.
My information's worth a lot. Hearing things about bluecoats is quite precarious. You know, I can't. You're asking me to do a lot.
And if you bring me the right information, I will give you the right compensation.
And without another word, they kind of like drop their hands, still fidgeting with one of their fingers, and turn away to walk back to whatever business they were doing before.
I will back out of the alley.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do with that information or otherwise?
At the moment, no. I will just take it to the others.
Cool. So.
Actually, I guess I should go see if I can get the information that was provided on the usual networks.
Oh, so you would like to try and find the like looking for hire of this forger?
Correct.
All right. So you can go find that. We're gonna switch over to Cressida now. Walking into this courthouse. And Ben is also next in the initiative order, so you can both be in the same building at once, since that is the goal. So,
yay!
Cressida and Ben, as you walk into this house of law, there's a couple things immediately that you notice. Well, first of all, this courthouse, as a quick description, isn't a large building per se. It blends into the rest of the city skyline of Lionsbrooke. It's not imposing. It's just a perfectly square brick building, maybe 3/4 stories high. Smaller courtrooms in different areas, with a lot of their archives tucked away in the back. This is not the place where the city council does business, though a lot of their records are kept here.
Fuck the council.
Yep. So
I did not expect to see somebody I knew here.
Ah, Ben, was it?
Nice to see you, Miss Cressida.
Always a pleasure.
So,
is this your first time in this building?
You will find that to be true of a vast majority of buildings in this city.
Fair, fair. I've had to go here once or twice just for a few paperwork issues. So I'm sure I could direct you to the general area you need.
I'm looking for family records and business records specifically.
I think that's on the second floor.
Second.
Yep. So, Cressida, you have had to look into a client or a tenant or two in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those.
And of course, make sure everything's perfectly above board for my apartment.
Of course.
Like,
especially finding out any sort of connections to unsavory types that you would not want in your building. As we have that happening, this courthouse is, again, not very imposing, as it's like a yellow paint wall. It looks like a library in the 40s. So very run down. Immediately, Cressida, you would know this. I'm not sure if Ben would be able to pick up on it. This place hasn't received a funding for a solid 5 years. As they're kind of running on fumes of their own private parts. As we see...
Now...
Yes?
That collection of words.
Private parts?
You know what I mean. Their private business. A lot of things like notarizing documents. As that's pretty much all they're running off of. A lot of our shelves, a lot of the actual rooms themselves are not by safety standards whatsoever. And the first thing that catches your eye as you walk in, it's kind of like a large ceiling in the first area, as there's this reception, and there's a wall that comes down, almost like there's a weird rectangular high ceiling that just stops as the rest of the floor goes on. And on the wall of it is the city crest of a lion's mane with the town motto kind of on either side of it. As Lionsbrooke goes by the motto, prosperity, period. As it's just prosperity, and then part of it seems almost like, not necessarily fallen out, but almost like a mix between vandalized and just really, really old.
Ask, is this the current day aesthetic? Truly, it's quite vomit-inducing.
it's not been upkept well by the government. They like to pretend the records don't exist. Because if it doesn't exist, it can't come back to bite them in... Well, I'll finish that sentence later.
Add a character real quick. Is Cressida a human or
She's
Goliath.
Tall
Goliath?
lady.
Okay.
She a big lady.
With
Big
heels
lady,
that make
okay.
her like a foot taller.
Big
Well,
lady
not a foot
step
taller,
on 'em.
but like...
That'd be in some intense heels.
That is just 45-degree
I'm
angle.
still a bit miffed about this. I made Ben a tall person, but no, everybody decided to be taller.
The one
Except
game
for the
you
people in
make a
your
tall
group.
person. Everyone else
My
is
character
taller.
is very much average height, okay?
Except for the people in your group.
Okay, to be fair,
My
my last
character is
character was
shorter than
5
you.
feet tall.
Yeah, and also only lived 15 years?
30. But by that, they're an old man. Very old.
Weren't they a bird?
Correct.
Yeah.
But they were a bird
That's
person.
exactly.
Yeah,
Bird course.
in their late 20s.
Oh, yeah.
That's very old for a bird.
But Cressida is 7'6", and then wears heels to bump her up to 7'10".
God.
Hey,
But by Goliath standards, that's not really that big of heels.
about a foot taller than me. Okay.
Yeah.
I just walk on mountain.
Okay, back in character. You would have you would have likely liked the way that things were in terms of aesthetics. I might be misjudging you, but I do get this feeling that you are one who appreciates fine architecture.
I do. I kind of grew up in the finer parts of town. Though they might be outwardly beautiful, most of what the people showed were disgusting, and I decided to leave it behind. But I take the beauty where I can get it.
Fair. So, uh, is there at least a staircase in this building, or do I have to go on another elevator?
There is no elevator.
Oh, no.
No, they did not
This place
install an
is too
elevator in
poorly
this.
funded. This
Thank,
place is too poorly funded for an elevator.
thank the gods, I swear.
But you're gonna take a right and then a left, and you'll get to the staircase for the main part of the building.
Alright. Where would you be heading then?
Oh, I'm heading downstairs.
Alright. Well, perhaps one of us can meet with the other when we are done with our personal businesses.
Mhm.
Very well. You know where I'll be, and I'll know where you'll be.
Mhm.
Ben nods and heads in the direction pointed out to him.
All right.
I just want to say this building was made purposefully confusing. So like the stairs are like on this side of the building. The stairs to get to the basement are like on the opposite side.
No, yeah, this place, not even like by shelf placement. The people working there actually like are trying to be helpful. It is they physically just
Mhm.
put load-bearing walls in places there do not need to be load-bearing walls. They make it almost purposefully a maze. As much as you can without violating fire code.
Obstructive architecture.
Mhm.
Another way that they prevent people from reading records.
As I'm saying, the city council doesn't like people getting into their records. I mean, by law, they have to share them. But it doesn't mean they have to make it easy.
Well, a little inconvenience never stopped me.
So, who would like their business first, as we are in the same building?
Let's have Cressida go first.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Cressida, you are looking into, Aisling, correct?
And any recent like legal disputes that might have like arisen for why the blue coats were like swarming their place.
All right. So, I'm gonna have you make a roll. Something I will also let
Of course.
you know. This is controlled since you're in a safe environment. It is lessened effect, as this was also a 24-hour ago occurrence. So anything you would be looking up would have to be either extremely expedited or information from years ago that is just coming up now.
Well, generally, if there's like a warrant or thing, they have to do it like beforehand. Well, I'm more looking at
if they
like the
want to
past
listen
few
to the law.
weeks. Yeah, if they're following the law, which I'm not trusting them to, but if.
Yeah, so even purely because bureaucracy sucks ass, even if there was a warrant, it is very rarely 24 hours later in a actual archived area.
Yeah.
You could still roll.
I'm more just trying to see like general disputes
Yes.
of like the Aisling business.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do consort just because that's what I'm good at. Okay, I got a 2, and then a 6.
Fun. So with that 6, the information you get is not a lot, which also
Never expected much.
gives you information within itself. The Aisling Corporation, the Aisling Exploration Commission, has only been around for 20 years. It is a fairly new organization. It doesn't have all this history. The building also that the offices are on, and the warehouse by the river, all of that is city council property. None of it is actually bought by Mr. Cross or any of his associates. It is purely granted given land. Also, something you find is that all of the funding from the commission is from the city council. They are not a business and are more this initiative. It's a program being run that is less of a money-making opportunity. Because you find a copy of the original proposal of the Aisling Exploration Commission, the full word, like the full legal document name, by Vincent Cross. It is dated at 1452, so 27 years ago, as a proposal talking about Lionsbrooke being fractured from the rest of Aqquar as a continent, and that this commission is proposed to make up for that and chart what was once charted that is now lost, and make connections with other settlements in the area. This original proposal is asking for, it seems like, a couple land caravans, as well as one, what's the word called? Manned boat expedition? I don't know if manned is the right word for boats, but we'll go with it. Like a fully crewed naval expedition.
It'd still be like a manned naval.
So yeah, that's the information you find. You are not allowed to keep these documents. You are very clearly told.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ben's turn.
All right.
And I am back too. Chances are there's some information that I missed that could have been pertinent to me, but well.
So you are
Basically, this expedition, like that Cross was trying to set up, is actually government funded.
Okay, so not info I was specifically going for.
Yeah. So it was the original proposal of the company too. The offices that have been raided by the Bluecoats are actually government property. They weren't purchased by Cross.
Okay.
So you're looking at family
yes.
records.
Yeah, Ben specifically trying to see like trying to trace back the lineage as far as the records allow. See like any relatives aside from the nephew, just like a more general understanding of like how circumstances are with the family.
All right. So with that, I will also ask you to make a roll, as a lot of this information is buried. Not literally, or not metaphorically, like literally there are piles upon piles of what's the word? Family trees.
Okay.
So you can make any roll you wish.
Okay, I am forgetting what some of these mean.
If you scroll over it, it'll tell you the description.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have Roll20 right now.
Right.
So I'm looking at this screenshot Zen sent me. Would
What
study be the
type-
right one?
Study would be very close, yeah.
Yeah, to gather
Okay.
information.
And I roll a d4, right?
A D6. So how many dots do you have in
D6.
study?
1 dot.
So yeah,
So,
you would
yeah, just
roll
a
one
straight
and
D3.
take that result.
Okay, yeah. Let's get my handy dandy digital die out here. That's a 5.
5 is a success with a complication.
Okay.
As you are looking into the Cross's family tree, you do notice a couple things. One of which is that the Cross family tree, like the actual name Cross, isn't a super old name. As traditionally it was hyphenated as a cross drov, which you know is Jonas's family name. And this family split, and a lot of the Cross family has 0 records. As somewhere along the line, there was a large divide between, you're not sure if it was siblings or parents. The tree literally just goes one way on the piece of paper, with Vincent and his father on one side of Cross's, and then everything else being Jonas's tree. You're not sure if it was some sort of event that happened, or there's just not a lot known about them. But there is next to no records about Cross himself. Is there any other information you're particularly looking for in these records?
Just seeing, like, some certain things like cross my mind, like, is there any other living family that might have something to gain here? Is there any recently deceased family or close family that might fit Vincent's general description?
From what it seems like, you know Vincent's brother, so Jonas's dad, has been deceased 5 years before Vincent. Everyone else, blood relatives, are either deceased or Jonas.
Jonas isn't dead. Okay, that was a bust.
Not yet.
So the body double wasn't a relative then. It was some poor, completely random person who had to unfortunately get mixed up in all this. That's what I'm gleaning from that. And no one alive to cross Vincent. Oh, hey, but except for his nephew, which doesn't seem to have intent against his uncle. All right. If it's still my turn, unless we're gonna go over to somebody else, I would like to see about business records for the Island Corporation in terms of like its history and major dealings.
Yes, so that is what I gave to Cressida.
Not in terms of legal proceedings, but in terms of like, hey, we sold this, or like we used to be a part of this company, but then we broke off.
There's not a lot of information about that because the company is only 25 years old, or 27
Only
years old,
25.
sorry.
Okay, that wipes out that too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm good then.
And it was a government initiative, yeah. So everything, both in physical property and intellectual property for the most part, is city council government owned.
Can Ben like make a note?
We all know the government is 100% trustworthy.
Can Ben like just
90% of the time.
like make notes of
50.
the family
Depends.
tree in terms of names as far back well as the records go, so like he has like some sort of copy of this, because I don't think he could get away with stealing this.
Yeah, you could absolutely make a note of that.
I'm assuming that the records wouldn't be so thorough enough to go back as far as the crosses that Ben knew.
It goes as far back as not the crosses that you personally knew, but the grandchildren of those.
Nice.
So it goes back like 150, 200 years almost.
All right. Then Ben will make note of all that.
So like a
and
solid
be done
5
with it.
generations.
And go back and meet up with Cressida.
All right.
And
So,
probably get lost in the process.
Yes. If
Uh,
it's your first time in the building, you will get lost at least 3 times.
so with that, anything else we would want before we move on to Alile?
No.
I think we're good for now. We'll get back to that information later, if anything.
All right. I'm also making note of information that I tell you, so I am not going crazy.
No worries, no worries.
So, Alile, you are making your rounds in Bridgeton.
I'm
What you
just sort of
doing?
helping people, giving out, like food for those who need it, water, community service type stuff.
Um,
Looking out for information on the topic that I'm currently dealing with.
how far are you going into Bridgeton? As Cressida's apartment complex is on the border, so the southern side near Midton.
The entire fucking thing.
Alright, you're spanning it. You come across on your round today a kind of a group of orcish men. You see a lot of them are extremely young. You're looking at them, the youngest being like 11 and the oldest being maybe 19. As they're kind of in not leather jackets, but kind of cut off fur-lined vests almost, where they have sleeves that are sewn off. As they are, you see, just kind of meandering on a stoop of a building. Give me a roll real quick.
What type of rope? What do you want from me? What's happening?
You are not being
I had to
acted
deal with a child
upon.
momentarily.
You are not being acted upon. This is a knowledge roll, however you would like to make that.
Fuck. I don't think there's any way I could maybe push this in my favor, so, survey?
I'll take it.
I don't have any points in any of them, so...
You could always push yourself or make a devil's bargain if you want to now. I mean, like, I would suggest it in this exact scenario, but those are options.
I don't remember what the dice levels are.
So, how many dots you got?
I don't have any, so I'm rolling 2 and taking the lowest, right?
Correct. Yep, that's an untrained skill right there.
That would be a 4.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Um,
we're finding all the shit today.
With a 5 on the other side.
Mm-hmm. You know this group to be the Nagaro Dragons, as you've worked adjacent to them before. They are a they don't explicitly call themselves a street gang, but they are a street gang that run out of the local Orcish community center. As it's kind of like a you know it to be this rundown kind of pretty large building that takes up literally half of the bridge in the area.
Yeah.
It completely narrows the walkway, and they claim a lot of territory surrounding it. There's just kind of blotch in the middle of the bridge that they protect, in air quotes. As they see you walking, what exactly is your relationship to these groups on the bridge?
They probably aren't too friendly towards me, especially if they're, like, more on the violent end, but they aren't going to fuck with me.
Ideally.
If they do, they will either end up in a casket, or they will end up with multiple broken bones.
You have had not run-ins. You have not had to punch out a child quite yet.
I
But
do it.
you have had
Hold me to that. I do it.
You have had very close calls as they see you walking by. How
My lord.
noticeable are your swords?
I don't hide them.
So they are just open carried on your hips?
Yeah, they're sheathed, but I don't hide them.
Alright, so they
Some Texas rules.
walk up to you as the it looks like the oldest one, the most like imposing one. They kind of got like a little scruff down their neck, got a little scar just below their eye that goes directly to the corner of their mouth. Hey, pointy ear.
Mm-hmm.
Some nice steel you got there.
Not steal that.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Love to get my hand on it. Mind if I take a look?
I do mind greatly, in fact.
Hmm.
What are you boys doing now?
What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. You're out here for a reason, ain't you?
Depends on the day, really. No one needs a skull busting yet, so taking watch, let's say. We could always make that number one more, eh? And he kind of like elbows the other kid next to him, as it's like the way the height difference is. He just kind of ends up elbowing this like 12-year-old in the shoulder instead of like the rib kind of deal. So he almost like borderline misses this kid's face with his elbow.
Oh. It's been a while since I've seen you, Motley Bunch.
Yeah. Gotta keep the lights on somehow. And that, not steel. But that could fetch a lot.
They aren't for sale.
It was funny, boys. It's almost like, they thought we were asking.
If you put your hands on them, you'll end up with a one less hand.
Oh, big threats over here. And you see as he, puts his hand up to, like, jazz hands you, his...
I'm gonna punch him in the gut and knock the air out of him.
Okay. You notice his index and middle finger are completely cut off. On his, right hand. And as you deck him in the gut, give me a roll.
I'm gonna roll skirmish.
Alright. This is risky. Risky normal effect. Keep in mind there is roughly a group of 7 of them.
I can take it, or I can just run the fuck away. And that's a 6.
That's a 6. So you take your hand, shove it as far into this leader's gut as far as you can. You see he just kind of...
More aptly, the elbow?
Yeah. He just kind of like doesn't fully keel over, but does like fully like bend down, and he's going to push you back. Are you trying to do damage, or are you doing a warning shot here?
No. This is a warning shot.
As he kind of pushes you away, and you see he and 3 of the others, 3 of the older ones, are going to reach for weapons.
Getting into a street fight by a blind lady ain't the best look for you lads now, isn't it?
Sounds like good odds. So what we're gonna do here, so we're gonna real quick hop over to Gregor before we resolve this street fight. So So I will be right back. Ix, where's Gregor going? As we
The library.
smash cut over to Gregor.
The library.
Woo, books.
To the library.
So, Gregor, you're heading over to the library.
Yes.
You're going to look into the spark powder, correct?
Yes. And then while I'm there, I might look into that, see if I can't recognize. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Without yawning. The bird symbol. I want to see if
Yes.
I can't find it in any of the books.
All right. So, as you walk in the library, again, public funded, not super great. Slightly a bit more classy. It seems to be an older building that's a tiny bit more care put into it. As a very large human, you see this is, you know how there's always those jokes about it being funny to be buff in jobs that don't need to be buff. As this like a barrel-chested human man with like a little, not even like a monocle, but like literally half glasses, as he only has
Buff
one bad
man.
eye, walks up to you. Hello there. What can I do for you?
I'm just trying to figure out what exactly spark powder is.
You see he kind of looks behind him the other way. You a cop?
No,
You have to tell me if you're a cop.
I'm not.
I wish that's how it worked.
You
Yeah.
see he narrows his eyes.
I work in a yard. What do you want me to say?
Which yard? The one from Scotland? Scratch that, not canon.
No, Scotland's canon now. We don't have raccoons, and Scotland is canon. That's
No.
it. It's
What
just another
the hell
country.
is Scotland?
Scotland isn't canon. Only Scotland Yard is canon.
Scotland.
Where is Scotland?
Run
in-
by the Scotland Company.
Did I ever get a name for the kind of dock area I work at?
Burnins.
We can make it now.
Yeah.
Now is Scotland like a cookie cutter cutout
Lord.
in the exact shape of
Come on.
Scotland?
So
Sorry, my cat's requiring a footstool.
Chewy! Yay! 2 cats!
whoa, 2 cats.
Say hi.
3 cats, because we saw colds earlier.
Woo.
Multiple cats. Yes, so, did we agree you were working as a cargo dock worker, or like a Leviathan hunting company dock worker?
Just cargo. It doesn't really matter. Like, I'm just doing
Yeah.
grunt work, basically.
They hired me to put boxes from one place to another place.
Pretty much.
And then to put them back, because that's not what they wanted.
And then my foreman screwed up, so we gotta put everything
Yeah.
else.
Sorry, guys.
Now, take that, but put it on a computer.
A what?
Yeah, so,
I'm not drunk.
you can drop the name and we'll figure out the name later. 'Cause my brain,
I already said a name, it's Burnins.
Burnins. Yeah,
Burnins.
I'll go with Burnins.
Burnins,
Don't know
but
what it
the
does,
word
but-
literally burn dash ins.
Yeah.
Because their whole thing is warehouses, and it's the whole joke of like stuff sits in one spot for so long it like burns into the floor.
Yeah.
There is a lot of places in that warehouse where you could see the sun line of where a box was there for like 10 years. So, you drop the name, he's like, sure. Anywho, yes, spark powder. You want expert information or you want a book?
I just don't know what it is. If you know what it is, that'd be greatly appreciated to drop some knowledge.
Like, like the concept of spark powder you were unaware of.
Guess I've never heard of it.
You put a spark, and the powder boom.
Okay, if we're following it that way, sure. Why is it illegal?
You put a spark, and the powder go boom.
Okay,
That's just
but I didn't think that was illegal.
A high explosive you thought was legal.
In the sense of it's okay. So out of character, is it gunpowder?
It is a
Or-
separate substance.
It's separate. Okay, so
Is it
gunpowder
normal?
is like canon, I guess.
Gunpowder is a thing that is used.
Okay. Okay.
Thermite question mark?
Spark powder. I'm gonna explain it in character.
Well, no, I was gonna say. Well, I thought it was something with gunpowder.
The librarian just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose.
Wait, I don't have an arm. Hold on. There we go.
Spark powder, also known, what is it called? That's it. Alnoric powder. It's spelled ALONORIC.
ALONORIC.
Yeah. Is a substance that when not heat, I will explicitly say not heat, when literal energy or electricity is put into this powder, causes a chain reaction. It can't be used as a fuel because it doesn't burn off, but it goes boom, very simply. It's more often used in things like mining excavation, because fire in closed buildings is a horrible idea, and in a cave is even worse, especially when there's more delicate materials and you don't want to start a fire, and even if it's a small fuse, overall it's a more reliable explosive.
And you said it doesn't burn off, I think you said?
Yes, it's
Does
not
that mean
flammable.
it's reusable?
Well, not that it's reusable. It means if I have a lighter and I drop it in spark powder, it won't explode. But if I take, let's say, an electric eel and I drop it in some spark powder, it would explode.
Okay. Good to know. And then, so why would it be wanted for anything? Actually, never mind. I retract that statement.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Putting two and two together.
I will say one more time. Spark boom.
Okay.
May I ask, why do you need this information?
I came across it and it was bothering the fuck out of me because I didn't know what it was. So it's just kind of like, it's like reading a book and you don't know a word. It's just like, what does that mean? And then you have to go to a dictionary to find it to make sense of the entire sentence, right? So.
I suppose, were you reading chemistry textbooks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a check.
Something about... Fuck! I was gonna say something from work.
Yes.
We were
This
shipping...
one-armed, large man that worked at a doctor reading a chemistry textbook.
Look!
Give me
For
any check you
completely
want.
legal reasons.
Do
Hold
not
on.
judge a person. They might be.
Oh,
We
you'd
all
be
have
one
our
to say.
hyperfixate. Where? Hold on, I fucked up my screen here. I just... I can't do anything right now. I can't... Hang on.
Pet the kitty and relax.
Actually, she just walked up. Oh, I had to reset my screen. Hang on. So, all I need is this right now, actually. Block that. Give me this. Do that. Fuck 6.
6?
Okay. No, fuck. I was saying fuck sakes because every time I click something, it wants to just hook onto it. Can I roll skirmish? No, I'm
Do you
kidding.
want to punch this guy out?
Yeah, he's asking too many questions. No, I'm kidding.
Keep in mind,
Nah,
this
that's
is
my
this
job.
is the one
Can we not
character
have a
that
jailbreak
might be
this
able to
early?
take it.
True.
Nah, it's my job. I'm the one who punches.
I am the one who punches.
Can
I
we
guess
not
it-
have to have a jailbreak session this early in the game?
Oh,
Damn
trust
it.
me, there
Christian, no
will
one
be a
gives a
jailbreak
shit.
session eventually. We're playing
yeah,
a fucking
just
1920s heist system, and you're expecting me not to get a jailbreak episode?
No, just
It's
not week one.
Bridgeton. No one gives a shit.
We still haven't canonically gone through a week.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through a day. I went dancing at the end of the day.
Risky, controlled.
Yep. I would say risky.
Okay.
Just standard effect. So what are you rolling?
Sorry, study. Because that's the only one that would kind of work.
Sorry.
4.
So, at this point as a DM, I am going to say and argue, no, it doesn't actually work. So study is used to gain information. It's kind of like an investigation
okay.
check from 5e terms. In any scenario, you might be able to either spend spend stress, or we could work something out if you want a devil's bargain, or you're just gonna have to take the drop lowest or take lowest. There's many options here.
I'll take the lowest.
Mhm.
Or I can still fight him. No, I'm kidding.
Look, if you want to
Chewie.
punch out a librarian, that's all to you.
All power to you.
No, I'm
Do we
gonna
want to
drop the
cement
lowest.
Gregor as a librarian puncher?
But don't come begging to me when he kicks your ass.
No. Just drop. Sorry, I'm gonna take the lowest roll. So sorry, I don't know what happens from here.
All right, so you could use any skill, even if you're not trained in it.
Oh. Oh, I
Yeah, so
forgot
you
there was
can
a
try
tune.
and sway him, or
I forgot there was a tune. That's
Yeah,
my
so
bad.
I would say sway,
So yeah, Sway would have been.
command
would've been
also
better.
if you want him to be just like, look, man, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I'll do command.
All right.
Look, man. I ship a lot of illegal things.
Sure. She sees something in the garden beside me. Sorry. Still a
Katie has
4.
question.
Still a 4.
Alright,
Cool.
apologies about
For
that.
command.
My cat deigned to make an appearance and decided to knock over my microphone.
Fun.
Yay!
We got all the
Yay.
cats today, huh?
I'm so mad at
They
them.
I mean, I
Look,
can
You
go pick
said-
up my other
You
cat.
said Zin's the cat. Zin's is the cat wrangler. They just had to show up.
Yeah. I did show
I
Why
them
think
are
they
the
you
can
cat.
just
leaving?
scent each other.
I did do that.
I mean, I could go grab my other cat, Tarzan.
One
So-
that was in the dishwasher?
Huh?
Yes, that one.
This we'll circle
Yeah,
back
we were
later.
one time cleaning.
Call back to a while ago.
So,
Yeah.
what is Gregor exactly saying to try and threaten this man to not question?
Oh fuck! I didn't think this through.
Brain.
Look, the roll has been made.
Fuck. Should have been Sway.
She didn't roll that.
I don't
did ya?
read before I think, which is not good.
It could also be, not necessarily a threaten, but an imposing of something verbally.
You just talk real loud.
And that means people think you're smart.
Of
Yep.
course.
As is the natural.
I'm just gonna say, look, there's some fucked up shit going on. Trying to figure it out, and it involves spark powder somehow.
Look, I may not be the smartest of the smartest, but I do know how to read.
So, you saying like it's fucked up shit you don't want to know?
Yeah.
He looks you dead in the eyes and said, "Oh, so you are a cop?"
No, just an interested third party.
So you're getting involved with the cops?
We haven't yet, have we?
The
No,
hell's a
this is
cop?
his assumption.
Technically,
No,
you
no,
haven't.
but- No, yeah, we haven't as a group really
Not yet.
gotten involved with the cops. Okay.
The hell's a cop?
We saw the cops and said, we're not gonna fuck around and find out, and left.
And now we're
Yeah.
fucking around and finding out. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry,
I mean-
what he asked is we're getting involved with the cops?
Well, because you said an interested third party, and in his brain, one of these parties is the Bluecoats.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
he's not wrong.
But this is more like for me, it's like I need to know this shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to figure shit out. I've only been technically here for 6 months. So I'm trying to figure out this part of the not world area, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Invasion.
So no, not even that. We stumbled across shit. Now we're trying to figure shit out because God knows that the Bluecoats will do fuck all if it's interested for them or and something's in it for them. Get to the bottom of what's right, and then try and do other shit. But right now, no cops. Don't plan to do anything with the Bluecoats.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to say it.
Words
I-
apart.
How do I say it? I swear on my left arm that I'm not doing anything fucky. You know, this only one that works?
That's the arm you still have, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
I
yeah.
still have a
Okay,
left
yeah.
arm. So I just hold my arm out to him. It's like, I'm not doing shit. Take it.
Take your left
Take
arm.
my arm.
Like off.
Go ahead. Here.
Did you just shrug at me suggesting to dismember you again?
Look, man,
he
words
kind
are
of, like-
hard.
Like, not necessarily shakily, but just confusingly, just kind of grabs your hand and shakes it.
There's a reason he's a librarian.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna write your description down in one of my notebooks. No matter what, I can't look, cop or not, one arm or not, can't exactly just ignore a guy looking for explosive substances. Tell me
Looking
it's
for
fucked
it.
up. Go like no, okay. You have to understand. I need this is a mandatory thing for my staff. I can't just have you walk in and ask questions like this again. So I'm just gonna get that down.
It's genuine curiosity, bitch. I don't know where I've been for
Oh, just
more than
jot
6
that
months ago.
down.
I've been here for 6 months. I don't know fuck shit.
You don't know
Give
No,
fuck
up
that's
the
a
shit.
program.
I will.
Damn.
I will
Fuck shit's
sway
a
again.
great
Get him
guy.
to just leave me the fuck alone. I just wanted one question. Oh, Chewy.
It is an illegal question. So he starts backing away to his desk.
Oh, so we're policing language now, huh?
Oh, Chewy, hold on.
He starts backing away to his desk. And-
Sorry.
And picks a pencil out of his pocket.
Look, I was curious. It was bothering me.
Mhm.
Literally just found a notebook
Mhm.
and was like,
Hey, what the fuck is this?
Thank you for your interest. I appreciate the hyperfixation. I would also appreciate if you leave, please.
I was actually gonna fucking ask if I could go look at like some random fiction book, but whatever. I'll leave.
Damn, I just wanted some freaking fan fiction.
Yeah, literally. Damn, I just wanted to know what happened next in the
The book of Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. I haven't read that before, and I just wanted to know what was next. Fine,
Alright.
fucking just walk
So,
off.
As you walk up,
I'm going to another library if I can.
smash cut back to Cressida. Not Cressida, sorry. Alile.
Me, the dumbass getting
I was
into
about
a
to say,
fight.
I'm not doing anything interesting.
Yeah, so as Alile, you see these 4 younger orcs start drawing weapons. You see a lot of them are smaller knives, a lot of like sharp-bladed objects. And one of them starts pulling from like literally like they were kind of sitting on this stoop on the step before a building. One of them pulls a full club from their bag. As you see, this club is one of those that are obsidian spiked, where they have the obsidian shards stuck to them.
I know exactly what you're talking
As
about.
you see, they bring out literally one of their cultural artifacts from the community center out of this bag as a weapon.
You know, I don't think that's supposed to be. Alright.
And they kind of just the one who has been interacting with you the whole time. I'm going to give you a chance to appreciate your situation.
I've appreciated it. I don't think it's a great situation. I would much appreciate it if you would fuck off.
We will let you fuck off for a price, of course. You name it. We'll give you that much.
How about this? You leave, and you get to keep your dignity.
See, that was not the right answer.
That wasn't the right question, then.
Alright. You see they go for a swing with their fist.
That we do this every year. We could possibly not this time.
They are fully mid-swing at you. So, the way this goes, combat in Blades of the Dark is very simple. You either...
You roll dice at each other.
Not even. You either get hit, or you resist consequences or use armor. This is not a system built around combat.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I do not roll dice at all. I will give you a chance to do one last skirmish roll.
Okay.
We'll call this risky standard again. And I'm gonna say for simplicity's sake, this whole altercation will be on this roll.
Okay.
So we don't extend it for 30 minutes.
Fuck.
That doesn't
I already
sound
know it's
good.
gonna be a 6. Let's see if I can roll another. I did not, so it's just a 6.
Cool. So 6 is best case scenario.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up with a few dings, but I'm gonna kick their ass.
Yeah, as these 4 orcish men start going for you. As the one goes for a full swing, you dodge the fist. How hospitalized would Alile like them?
Maybe one broken bone collectively, but definitely not standing back up.
So, Alile decides to use this one allotted broken bone as soon as she could. You dodge the fist, and open palm, slam the arm in the wrong direction. As you see their forearm crack a wrong way.
No, lads, we do this every
As you see,
time. You know
they
it's not gonna change
yell out
anytime
in pain.
soon.
Yell out in pain as you're saying this. A cacophony of orcish swears go out into the wild of the street. As you land that hit, you're going to get a nick on the side as one of them slashes wide. Doesn't go deep. Take a level 1 harm, shanked.
Oh, that's some improvement there, lad. You're getting better.
And as they keep trying to go for you, this wound is on your side. It's like right below your ribs. So until you heal that, anything that requires your full body from after this scene forward will have less effect.
Okay.
As they go at you, fight sequence, Dutch angle. As you,
Oh my gosh.
as a question, are you going to draw weapons at all? Or are you just using fists?
I am going to use the blunt side of a sword or two.
Cool. So,
One of my swords only has one edge, so.
yeah. So you don't even need to draw it per se. A lot of it is blocking blows, getting a jab in. One of them, instead of like a knee to the face, you use a drawn hilt outwards towards the face. I kind of do a couple of pommel slams when you need to. Most of them get smart real quick as they leave the area.
I gave you a warning.
As you see, the one that had an exchange with you, forearm not completely in the wrong direction, but you do see it has like a little like a crook to it now. Just kind of on the ground, clutching their arm. With a couple others unconscious on the stairs. Alile, this is not the first time you've had a run-in with the dragons. However, I will make a note that they are now on the lookout for you.
Oh, we do this every year. One of these days you gotta get smarter. I mean, one of you did manage to get me this time, but he's not exactly the best at stabbing.
So at this point, Alile, is there anything you would like to do in this scene besides get shanked and win a fight?
I mean, I'm lecturing them, aren't I?
True.
But I'm also going to go back to helping the general community.
Cool. So with that, we are going to wrap up our findings. Also cold. Circling back to Alistar, trying to look at those regular networks we were talking about. You do end up hearing word of this forger wanted news. It's not there's no like physical posters, it's not like a handout. You hear it first traced back. From what you know, it comes from one Jack Hurst.
That sounds like a fake name.
Hurst Hurst?
Correct.
Okay.
Who the hell calls their kid Jack?
Okay. Alright. I'll head back to the group in the meantime.
Alright. So, Cressida, you informed the rest of the group about that letter you had, right?
Yes.
So, at this point, as we all come together to recap our findings, is there anything we want to do before we follow up?
I must
I'm
say,
gonna go to the library and get Harry Potter, or what was it, Pooter?
Harry Poober.
Harry Poober.
I must say,
I wasn't
I-
lying. I did want that too.
I have found over the last little while that I am absolutely a terrible detective. This crushes so many childhood dreams of mine. Like,
It's alright. Not everyone's good at everything.
like we all read the Sherlock Holmes books when we were kids, and then we all thought we were going to be him, and then it turns out
I've
I'm
not
him.
heard of that series of books.
Okay, wait. So, injecting canon into this. That's where Scotland Yard is canon. It is a fictional detective thing.
Yay!
Bam!
There we are.
Saved
Excellent.
lore. Continue.
Saved by the Ben.
Yes, like just last night, we went to go dig up a body. Turns out, body wasn't even him. Today, I went to go look at family records. Family records showed nothing except for, well, dead people.
I mean, yeah, people are wont to do that.
They do that sometimes.
I can even find the records on my old friend. It's a shitty predicament.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot too.
I ain't close to, I'm not going to be giving up. No, I'm doing this to the end, but I feel so disappointed in myself.
It's alright, bud.
Are you okay? That looks like a bit of a wound there.
Yeah, running with the dragons. They're amateurs at best.
You ran into a dragon.
No. Bunch of
Ne'er-do-wells.
I don't know what to call them. They aren't exactly thugs because they don't have right attitude about it, but they're
So-
working their way up to it, I guess.
So not actual dragons, just
No, just a bunch of
so a bunch of posers
Stupid
then that would
kids.
call themselves dragons.
yeah.
They really
They're
think,
wannabe
thought kids?
gangsters.
do they really think they're anywhere close to the might of a dragon? A single one could flick me with a tail and I'd be in 20 different places at once.
They're gangbangers. They're gangbangers. That's the word
Right.
I was thinking about.
They got their asses kicked, so that's something.
Speaking of which, I haven't seen any dragons at all lately. Or precarious wildlife. What happened?
Not a whole lot of magic to go around nowadays.
Well, yeah, but they're still creatures.
Also, there's like the city is kind of well protected on that front.
For the
Kind
most
of
part.
excludes those sort of things from it.
That's one of the reasons why Mr. Cross want the expedition stuff is to kind of seek
Yeah.
out more just the general stuff.
We'll just
See the wonders of the world again. All that.
Just go look in a mountain. That's all. It's not rocket science, is it? Wait,
The
shit,
fuck's a rocket?
I can't say that.
It's
What's
not rock
science?
fed science.
It's not fireball science, is it?
Magic. It's not wizardry. We have so many analogs that we could use.
Wait, I got it. It's not wish magic, is it?
It's not wizardry. I don't honestly know. I'm not well versed in magical ecology.
Wait, would it like the real version of it just be it's not sorcery instead of wizardry?
Because wizards are the smarts.
Yeah.
Sorcerers are just like the
Well, because the phrase "it's not rocket science" is like, oh yeah, it's easier than rocket science. So it would be "it's not
Yeah.
wizardry," meaning like it's just sorcery.
Mhm.
I propose it's not wish magic, because like that's like notoriously.
Yes, but you can also find it in a bunch of random rocks.
And hey, it takes one person a very hard time to inherit that for the rest of their bloodline, okay?
Anywho,
God damn.
so as this conversation is going on, the clock on the wall hits 8:30 with our appointment at 9 p.m.
I'm just gonna clap my hands together. Well, does anyone want to go to the very, very shady pillars with me?
Oh, sure. It's been a while since I've been there. Sure.
Perhaps get yourself patched up before you go anywhere.
I
I'll
have
be.
nothing better to do. Let's go.
I don't. Most of the pillars are not really near the dragons, if I
I
remember
will
correct.
and I will tell the two court aficionados of the whole fixer in the court situation. They should keep an eye out for some modified legal documents.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they haven't even updated by the time we went to the library, library courthouse.
Since
Where
the
is
last
the
time you've been to the library.
probably?
Yeah.
Where are we? What's the name of the? Where are we going?
So
We're going to the 8th pillar. It's in Bridgeton. It's where a bunch of shady people hang out.
like it is
Gotcha.
literally
Okay.
a support pillar of the bridge.
Gotcha.
So support pillar 8. As we head over to also, I don't think I ever actually officially told you guys the name of the bridge that Bridgeton resides on. The Alabaster Commemorative Bridge.
You have told us that, actually.
I have, very vaguely.
Why does that word sound familiar?
I could have sworn the bridge was just called Bridge.
Alabaster is like white-ish.
No, but isn't that like
It's just the bridge.
Isn't that like a name we've heard before, or like a
Probably.
name?
Alabaster is a historical figure in Lionsbrooke, so you may have read it in the lore.
Okay, that's probably why.
So,
Oh, I remember the name from the lore because I read the lore. Gas.
Yes.
whoa. So,
Totally.
as we head down to this pillar, all of these pillars are, for the most part, hollow, as they're brick and mortar with a spiral staircase in the middle for, at one point, workers. Now they
For
are used
this.
by various people. And as we make our way to the 8th support pillar, we will arrive opening this metal maintenance door. The pillars themselves have a kind of like maybe 20 foot by 20 foot like concrete like block of kind of land in the middle of the river. As you see, it's not super fast rushing water, but it is noticeable.
It'll sweep you off your feet.
Exactly. The 8th pillar as well is one of the outer ones. As right in the
So
middle.
it's more like here on the map.
So kind of with Bridgeton, the bridge does have naval traffic. There's one massive spacing in the middle. The 8th is on the edge of that spacing, so you could see boats go past into the great blue of the ocean.
Nice.
And meeting us there, you see a figure in a very comically oversized trench coat. As it's like ashy gray trench coat. They have slicked hair to the side, kind of hangs over their side of their face a bit. Very pronounced nose, and a kind of like not a crook to their shoulders, but you see there is physically a lot of weight that they are used to carrying. It is only them currently on this pillar. As they are kind of waiting, looking out towards the ocean.
I'm not gonna say anything, but just like silently stand by, like near them.
You see they do not notice your presence at all.
I'm gonna knock
On the door?
on the stone.
On the stone. Like just on the side of the pillar.
Yeah.
You see them
Right.
kind of twitch, turn around, and just kind of squint. Are you the people I want to be here?
Probably.
Did you send a letter to these apartments for us to be here?
Yes. Okay, yes, you
I'm
are
so
the people
sorry.
I want to be here.
Are we going to be waiting for any others?
No. Just me.
Okay.
So, my name is Salvatore. Hello.
Hello, Salvatore.
I am...
As you know, I'm Miss Cressiday.
I did not know that, actually. Believe it or not.
Oh,
Do I know Salvatore?
You would not know.
Okay.
my name is Bird.
Alright.
Well, if he doesn't know our names, why would we give our real ones?
Okay. I'm going to ignore that very loud admission of a fake name.
I think it was obvious the second I said Bird.
Yeah, no, a bit.
I have met a few
No,
people
I know
named
like
Bird.
5 birds.
Wait,
I
is
don't
it
mean like
bird
actual
with a
birds. I
Y
mean,
or an I?
Yes.
I've seen it spelled both ways.
Really?
It's got both actually.
See, believe it or not, I've seen it with a U. Weirdly.
I've not met someone with that
I-
yet.
I one time saw it with the BOURD.
That's not. That's
Well,
that's bordered.
It's got
Yeah.
I know, but they argued it was bird.
Not a lot of languages translate
What
bird
kind
into
of,
common
were they
quite well.
dwarvish? What kind of pronunciation's that?
No, they were a gnome.
When did
Oh.
this become a common
Yeah,
name?
that makes sense.
Like, did I just fall asleep for 100 years?
Oh, it's not. It's not
It's
a
not
human name.
Common?
It's
rough
just
It's
sounding.
just- Parents got lazy
Yeah.
and
Bird was an option.
didn't want to put
Look,
any offered.
Besides
Did
the point.
Did the
Yes,
kangaroo
sorry.
population just suddenly expand greatly or something?
Believe
No,
it
the
or not,
Kenku actually
no.
hate that name.
Thank God.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a racial slur for them.
Mhm.
No,
That
no,
makes
don't
sense.
call kenku birds. No, bad idea.
Not in 1,000 years, good sir.
Okay,
Anywho.
so on to business.
Yes, Salvatore, you may call me Legs.
Lexi?
Legs.
Is that what he said? Legs. Okay.
Is that a common name too?
No,
No, it's a.
it is what I choose to go by.
Should he call me Arm?
Ignore Bird, I guess. He's just been in prison for like 100 years.
You can call me Miss E.
What I
Arm?
have called you here today. I am a broker. I have vested interest in Mr. Cross's Aisling Corporation.
Seems like many people do these days.
Yes. The thing is, this vested interest is well, it has gone to shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that makes
along
sense.
with Blue Coat snooping, I hear all of a sudden 5 of you currently, but 6 seeming nobodies are looking very heavily into Aisling in the last 4 days, 3 days,
2.5.
2.5.
So they're keeping track of us then.
Yeah, we're just trying to help the kid
Well,
out.
it's only natural.
I have sources. Now, my sources also tell me that Aisling's offices have been compromised.
They've been compromised from the start.
Was that us that did that, guys?
No, we
No.
didn't compromise him in any way.
Recently, very intensely compromised. Not by you
Oh, right.
explicitly.
Blue coats. Yep.
Now, I, as a business partner of Mr. Cross, have contingencies.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, I have information. A lot. And if you would like that, we can make an arrangement.
I know a few trades we can make.
I'm not looking for goods. I will be frank.
Doesn't have to be goods, can be favors.
I was thinking, let's call it, exclusive rights.
Go on.
I, as a broker, acquire goods for clients.
Mm-hmm.
I, have a lot of clients that have, elusive, asks. I do not want to be directly tied, you see.
I like where this is going.
So more of a third-party situation.
Kind of. The third party being you.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you...
And I'm assuming we do some of these tasks.
Yes, I give you information in exchange. Any sort of job I have, you do.
Alright.
Exclusively, good money. I pay you well.
I like
Well,
the sound of
personally
that.
for me, I'm never lacking for money, but my companions could certainly use the incentive.
I'm
It's some
just
good
saying.
work.
I
Sounds pretty fun.
But it still sounds like a fair deal.
I would say so too.
Mhm.
What do we think?
I'm done. That sounds good.
Would you want to shake on it?
Well, first I would appreciate the full party consent. I am not
Yes.
looking
My bad.
for
I jumped
one
ahead
or
of the
two.
gun.
Yeah.
How
Ben?
how long would these jobs be?
Let's
Day
just find an
here,
item.
day there. It may be a bit outside of the boundaries that are legally set. I assure
Liana-
you, they would be. No, I can't do that.
Fair
safe
compensation.
and air quotes.
You're not gonna set us up safe.
No.
But it's still, if we mess up,
Well,
We
we
of
can
course.
still expect consequences.
I will not
Yeah.
set you up because I still need the good to give to my client.
Mhm. Yeah.
However,
For a certain definition of safe in this city.
exactly. Tis also why I am not getting the good. Because I do not want to. You can. Everyone
Yeah.
happy.
I
Is
say
there a
that's
way for
more
me
than
to
fair deal.
study him?
Yeah, try and give
Yes,
me any
you
sort
roll
of roll
study.
to try and read him.
Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, it'll be study.
Cool.
Would this be controlled? I don't know how to judge whether something is controlled or not.
You ask the GM and he tells you.
I would say there is no risk to it. It's not like you're actively giving yourself away. It's controlled.
And
then
besides, he probably
standard?
expects a certain amount of, like, scrutinizing.
Yep, standard.
No bonus dice. What I get?
3.
Oh, I gotta close that. I got a 3.
You are attempting to read him. Something you do notice about him, which is very tangential. Doesn't really matter that much. You notice, not necessarily a facial expression, but his very unplaceable accent is unplaceable for a reason. He's putting it on.
Yeah.
That's all you get off of him.
He's getting redundancies down so that he can stay safe if things fall out.
So, do we have deal?
I'm
I'll look at
down.
the rest of the party because I've already verbalized my agreement.
Same.
Kind of. Sure. Like, I don't say anything. I'm just like,
We're just missing one person. We'll have to get back to you on that.
Of
I have
course.
no reason to disagree.
As,
Until they agree, I'd say all of us present are willing to work with you.
as show of good faith, I will help you out.
Alright.
Again, I have sources who say you have a need of sum of money. Ideally, Mr. Cross's money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am aware, or I've been told, of this cash. A place Mr. Cross keeps to himself, beside department, beside office. He was working in league. And you see he pulls out a notebook and starts flipping through it. No, no, oh no, I hate them. That's definitely not. No, no. How you call it? The rum runner in the city. The swell lot. That's it. I believe that's them. Yes.
notebook. Sorry, his notebook. Is it handwritten? Or is it his? Is it just a random notebook? Like
It is his
printed?
own notebook.
Can
that
I happen to
Sally's
see
looking.
his writing?
Ooh. Give me any sort of check. Because you would have to look over his shoulder. Because you guys are kind of, there is some distance.
Okay.
So you would have to try and do this very sneakily. And as
Sorry, I'm trying to see.
as you're rolling, he looks at it very fuck no. Scratches out a thing of writing. The Swillers. That's them.
Have I heard of that group?
Yep. They are a group of run runners that use canal boats, typically, to ferry alcohol.
Ooh.
I'm thinking I'm gonna roll for Hunt.
I might actually know them for a positive reason
Alright.
this time.
Only because I feel like if I, depending on my roll, I don't know how that works, but I might be able to just kind of lean one way or another. Just to be, I just want to see. I don't want to see
Yeah.
what is written. I just want to see the handwriting.
Yep.
I just want to see that. So if there's a way I can kind of like leisurely walk my way over, kind of like hunting in a way, just so I can see what the writing's like.
All right. Would you like to push yourself, and would anyone else like to help add a die with stress?
I'll stress myself.
You're gonna stress
I
yourself.
could help more in the like kind of be a distraction type of thing, like pick up on the consort or sway and just try and like keep him a little distracted, like How about this group?
I'll keep that under
What if
consideration.
this group has a good reputation?
So I'm gonna put risky
risky
and then
standard.
standard.
I am
and then-
keeping in mind that we have people running interference.
Okay. And then just sorry.
Should I roll
I wanna
for
stress
Slay too?
it.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
So when I stress,
Stress
get to
gives you
add
an
a bonus
extra
die.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'll add that after. I don't know what I got.
I think you got a 4.
It didn't add another die though.
Mm.
How many,
Many
dots do you
dots
have in
do you have
hand?
originally?
0.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
then
added the
four.
other
that
die.
extra die made it a normal roll instead of take lowest.
Okay. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay.
You
So
got
Here,
four.
I'll just do this for
Yeah.
you.
And I've added 2 stress. What'd
So-
you do?
I rolled
Gotcha.
another die in chat for you.
Thank you.
It did not go well.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, it's a 4.
So, as you're kind of looking over his shoulder, or trying to peek at the handwriting, you notice
Wait,
that
sorry. Is he holding it kind of tilted up?
he's holding it to
Or, like-
himself. He's like,
Oh,
flipping
I thought
through
it
it.
was kind of like out a little bit.
no, he's
Okay.
not. He's trying. It's not like he's hiding
He's
it.
trying to be as concealed as possible.
Oh, it's not
Gotcha.
even
Okay,
that.
then
He's
I'm
not-
gonna.
He's not even hiding
Sorry.
it. It's just he's not showing you actively.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay, then I'm gonna scratch it. I thought he was kind of holding it down just enough that I could maybe kind of
you can
peek
still
over.
try and see
but
how
not
that roll will
behind.
give you. You already rolled the die.
Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood, but sure, we'll go with it.
Cool. So as you are trying to position yourself in such a way to read the handwriting, something you see is just a little bit of his Y. And you see it kind of go a floopy thing. And you do recognize, let me see the actual original
A
thing.
loopy thing.
You see the way he does his Ys, they go like a little U, and then they loop into like a very
Oh, that's what I did.
tight corner.
Sorry.
Not even like a large loop. Like, I don't know how to describe it without writing it. I can't show you while
I
writing
can get a
Draw it
picture
on the
of
map.
it. I need to
Yeah.
switch to Roll20 then as my tab.
I can do it quickly.
Oh no, and then
Except you
Discord
can't see
left.
my
Never mind, I can't do that.
you can't see my color. Hold on. I'll make it in pink.
Yeah, it's a U and then a like down and then a full 90 degree, like a full circle at the bottom. It doesn't loop back up to the top.
Oh,
Loopy thing.
And you see that lines up with their P's and their F and the pocketbook you have.
Ooh.
That kind of same style of hanging letters.
okay. Side note, I just don't know how to delete my thing on Roll20. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Click
You-
on the mouse button and then you can like drag it and then just
Yeah.
highlight what's yours and hit backspace.
If you hit the brush, there should be a clear drawing section too. You could just click that.
So, either way.
So
we'll
it
figure
matches
that
the
out later.
notebook.
Yes, it matches part of the pocketbook. Our complication is as you're reading, or not reading, but as you're looking at this notebook, you see a couple things. It is a very, very thin notebook, or at least the part that he's written on is thin. As if this is a brand new notebook. As well as, first of all, he catches you leaning in on something. As you kind of are peeking around, he snaps the book shut, while you're trying to look at it, so you don't make actually any words, just that Y.
That's fine.
I
just wanted to see the Y. I just wanted to see.
He snaps the pocketbook shut, his actual own notebook shut, stuffs it in his pocket. I do not appreciate. I did not ask you to look.
I'm sorry. I'm very curious. It gets the better of me. I'm terribly sorry.
As my people have noticed.
You have people.
Sources, I
Oh,
have said.
That makes sense, yep.
Well,
I'm a
brokers
buff
don't work alone.
librarian.
Well, brokers don't work alone. As of now. And he holds out his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He is asking for a decision now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
We could
sure
all-
we can talk Eunice into it.
Yeah, if anything, right now out of game, we could just message her, just say yes or no.
No context,
context.
yes or no.
Just yeah or no.
Yes. or
Eunice, number 1 or
no.
number 2?
Yeah.
Number
Okay,
2
great.
is
We're now part of a
no.
crime organization.
Woohoo.
Yay!
Well, further part of crimes organization.
Oh, hey,
Yay.
Eunice. Heads I win, tails you lose. Cool.
Alright. So, with
Why did
that,
that take me so long?
Cressida, you're going for the handshake.
Mhm.
Are you gonna do the thing?
No,
No? Okay.
No.
because I thought we said earlier, like, if it's a long-term contract, it has to be like I have to inform them that like this is spiritually binding. I can't just.
That is an ethical thing, not a mechanical thing. So you can decide
This is
that.
esoterically binding.
I thought we were doing it that like if it's a long-term thing, or no, we said it was stress.
Yep.
You
So
know
we
what?
said you
Sure,
could
I'm
only
doing
have
it.
three. We said you
Wait,
could
I
have
just-
only have 3 at once. That doesn't include your tenants.
I just
Yeah.
remembered a character mechanic. I got that thing
This-
where I can tell if someone's lying, right? I forget what it's called.
Oh. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, that would be useful. Nice.
She's in. They're in.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, as he puts out his hand, um, as he puts out his hand for a shake. So the thing that is mechanical about ghost contracts is you have to explicitly state the terms of it
Mhm.
and agree on them. So as he
I'm just
puts out his
so,
hand,
It's like so, and then like follow through with the terms we like talked about.
What's
correct?
the mechanic called? I'm not seeing.
So-
Your screenshot isn't big enough, Sins.
let me try and look at it again. Sorry. For clarity's sake,
He is asking us to do work for him sometimes. Or specifically
You're not
when
gonna
he
purposefully
requests.
put us in bad
He
will-
spots.
his
Quickly put us in
information.
danger.
His information about the Aislinn Corporation. In exchange, your party gains exclusive rights. So you know first of the job, and he does not tell anyone else of the job. It is a exclusive
Mhm.
towards your
Okay.
group. He is making essentially a long-term business partnership.
Yes. And as always, I make sure there's an out. Like, but if either of us need to break ways, we can do so safely.
Define safely.
We won't fuck the
We-
other over.
Exactly. So, if for any reason working with us doesn't work, you can back out. But we could say neither of us can back out before at least like 5 jobs.
7.
6.
6.
I'm a little superstitious when it comes to the number 7.
Fine, then make it 8.
Isn't it
I
8?
think we can do 8.
Isn't 8 the superstitious number?
As he
thought it was 13.
claps your hand, shakes.
No, it's not 13. I know that much.
Claps your hand, shake, and everyone witnessing this sees a small kind of almost the color of a blood vessel of the cool blue kind of run down Cressidae's arm and into Sal's legs as it kind of blotches and solidifies just under his elbow as an 8-legged kind of orb weaver looking spider.
See,
Mine, you can just see like the back of my
that's
shirt.
the lucky
glow a
number
little.
there.
8 drops.
Oh, I just
Got
thought
your
of a
8.
reason for why Miss Cressidae is always in the suits, like a long sleeve suit. Because she's got the
covered in
marks all up her
fucking
arm and down the back.
spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
So, was he ever lying at any point?
no.
No?
He's
Cool.
being sketchy, but he is not outright lying.
He's one sketchy motherfucker, but he's nice.
That is one
Don't-
He's a
honest...
sketchy motherfucker,
Don't be
but he's
sketchy.
my sketchy motherfucker.
Silly motherfucker with his
He's
arms in the
our
air.
sketchy motherfucker now.
Can we do a
Silly
group hug
motherfucker
with
with his
this
arms in the
sketchy
air.
motherfucker?
No.
It's my turn with the sketchy motherfucker.
But the brain cell, where does it go now?
The sketchy motherfucker.
I was gonna say probably to the sketch.
He took the brain cell. Yeah.
True, fair enough. Actually, I think Luna has it today.
Yeah,
feel like-
probably.
Who's ever smart enough to not be here has the brain cell.
Yep.
See, out of context, it sounds so bad. It's like,
It's correct, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The thing is, even when we do have all 7 of us, it's not like it's there. It's very minimal
no, it's just
noticeability.
split between us, and then the fact that it's split causes the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless all of us are here, we're just dumber.
Well, see, that's the reason. We get together, we get more stupid.
We left the
So,
brain
by
with
proxy of
But we
being here, you
gain
don't
more
got the brain cell.
power.
Okay, so
Okay, that's enough of a guitar solo.
That's enough personal lore.
with Leg's binding agreement,
legs.
he
Can I
will,
call myself Arm?
if you want to make fun of him, go ahead.
I was saying that the entire time we met, I was like, just call me Arm, I guess.
Sorry, but like you guys know the
But
game
nobody heard it, so.
Steals.
What?
You guys know the horror game It Steals?
Yes.
No.
Nope.
The horror creature in that game is called Legs.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. He's one noodly motherfucker.
So,
Anyway.
he gives you an address. A small dock area, a boathouse, where the Swillers allegedly have the money for Cross. So, with the jobs, I can say 3 to 4 day. I can give you
Alright.
first,
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you.
of course. I wish you luck on your endeavor, for whatever it might be.
Thank you very much.
He just kind of nods. So there is one entrance. Am I leaving first, or are you?
Since we're higher on the stairs than you, I'd say we leave first and you follow after.
Okay. I'd have different business arrangements here still. Get them all in one day. I will stay.
Okay.
Reasonable. Have a
See
good
you
day.
later.
He just kind of nods.
You know exactly where to find us.
Yeah, especially because I get out of context. Especially because I just gave him my name.
So,
Yeah.
with that, do we have any last things to do in the city of Lionsbrooke before we give it our rest for this session?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. So,
Probably
Cressidae
good.
makes a point to not drink alcohol unless it's at parties.
are we going
I'm-
to visit the Swiller Boathouse today?
No.
No. It's getting a little late.
I don't want to punch anyone else today.
Do you
Who
need
said
time
it was
to
gonna
recover?
be a violent, like...
It's a
I-
party. Wait, no, it's not. Sorry, I got two occasions mixed up. It's a boathouse.
It's a boathouse.
So
I'm just gonna steal their yacht.
Honestly,
they
Yacht,
are
yacht,
canal
yacht,
boats.
oh,
Close
Yacht,
enough.
yacht,
Yacht
yacht,
like-
yacht.
We each steal a canal boat, and
Tape
all
'em
of us
together.
just going down the river. Yacht,
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 yacht.
Each in a different boat.
That's how we start our band, a bard. I'll just take some bardic.
So, with that,
Become a bard in this game too. Don't tempt me.
I won't. With that, we are going to end our third session of Legends of Aqquar.
Yeah.
Um,
Shit, it's only been 3.
It's only been 3. It's been a bit. Yeah, we
Almost
haven't
so
played in a
Guys,
hot sec.
I will
unfortunately.
do a ballroom singer.
A what?
If Ben ever dies, my next character will be a ballroom singer.
Femme fatale, let's go.
Woo.
Or male fatale.
My
whatever you
next
want.
character's gonna be a literal snail. Slug? Bird.
So,
All of the above.
a
Yes.
snail with a stolen shell named Bird.
Yeah.
You could just describe properties that belong to pets.
No, it's the
I
snail
hate that
from
the name Bird is canonical now because of our
Of course.
dumbassery.
it's the snail from last game.
I heard Bird and
The flail
immediately
snail?
my brain... I heard Bird and I'm like, Larry Bird.
I mean, yeah, it is an actual name.
Yeah,
is
like-
the problem.
Okay, guys, we have it here. The dumb things that are now canon are raccoons being non-existent and bird being a recognized name.
Okay, I would not
Oh, no,
put those.
there's
And
I
one
would not
specific
put
demon.
those on par.
We
There's
have
one
Herlock
specific demon
Sholmes
that
and
calls
Harry
itself
Potter.
a raccoon. But
Yeah, I'll
other
call
than that,
Herlock
raccoons don't
Sholmes a
exist.
bigger revelation than anything.
Yeah.
And Harry Pober.
Herlock
Sholmes.
Sholmes is a ghoul warlock. In lore.
Is a what?
He's a goo.
He's a great old one.
Great old
warlock.
one.
Great old
like
one.
Eldritch.
Oh,
Ghoullock, who is a detective. That sounds like a fucking awesome character.
that sounds like a
Yeah,
All
why
of
are we
their
following
Eldritch-
Herlock Sholmes?
All of their
Look.
Eldritch invocations are just like, I can speak any language.
Then-
Guys,
disguise
as we get to
myself.
50 subscribers, I'll write Herlock Sholmes.
let's
No,
go!
Campaign 4 needs to be Herlock Sholmes.
The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes
I
and his
would.
stupid
Okay,
companions.
unironically though, I would love to do a one-shot that's a murder mystery and one night, one mansion, and it's a Herlock Sholmes mystery.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it the next time someone's out.
Which will
Well,
be next week.
Next time 2 people are
Yeah,
out.
I mean, I still have the one shot lined up for pirates.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe we can have it that's like pre-discussed beforehand. Wait, no,
Let's
that
Someone
figure it
write down
out.
Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock
but-
Sholmes. Put it in the out of context.
Give me
Doing
a
it right
second.
now.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell you to keep me accountable, because I don't want to be. Bye. We are gone.
Fair.
And I'll see y'all next session. Thank y'all for playing. Thank y'all for
Deuces.
watching if you are.
Bye.
Peace.
Adios.